Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, October 21st, 2021, and you can find this Pineapple Kaipega Express podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy. You can also watch me terribly fail at video games Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
You can see me play video games every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And you can find the both of us on Twitter. I am at MarcusB814.
And I'm at Nick Vern, that's NickVern. And in this week's episode, we're talking all of the sidebars with two of our very best Twitch streaming friends and Nerds community friends, just friends in real life and in general. The first of which is Mr. Hype himself, Kymeri. And the second guest is the absolute best rapper in Working Class Nerds history, is Atrax. So welcome to the show, Kai Guy and Atrax. And what have you been up to?
Atrax, I talk first. You talk first. What?
You're first on the list, man.
All right.
You're the
What's up,
prime
guys?
guest here.
Just been hanging out, doing the streaming stuff, working a lot. Hockey started back up for me, so that's pretty exciting. Get that physical energy back on the ice. I'm loving it. It's been amazing. Definitely out of shape though after a year and a half of not doing that. So definitely has been pretty rough for the most part. But yeah, just hanging out.
Is it weird getting back on the ice?
Nope. It's not even like I really missed a step. Like honestly, the first like 5 minutes, I was like, whoa, this is kind of weird, but it's just like riding a bike, honestly, for me. Like I'm so used to it from playing since I was very young, and it's just like riding a bike. So I just enjoyed it, and I'm just glad to be back. It was a long year and a half without it, and it's something that I've had my whole life. Every weekend used to be that for me. So
What, hockey?
yeah, that's all I used to really do. Yeah, I'd spend almost the entire weekend at a rink, either coaching or playing or whatever. Yeah, when I was younger. Yep.
That's cool.
Nick, did you play hockey?
No. So my skating lessons were, for reference, you guys, my dad was a big hockey player. He played like junior hockey and had some practices with semi-pro like AHL teams and stuff. But my skating lessons were right at nap time. So little 3-year-old Nick absolutely hated skating. Because I just like fall all over the place and I was tired,
And cranky.
And just wanted to go play like the video games in the lobby.
Well, you had the chubbiest cheeks as a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
They were like the size of like Granny Smith apples on each side of your face.
Oh, yeah. If I fell, they were just airbags. That's how chubby my cheeks were.
Oh, that's funny.
And that's the noise like you could just do with Nick's. You just walk over to him and you just be like, "Come here, Nick," and just, right in the face. You just like,
yep, every
it.
time.
Well,
So I did not play hockey, but I played lacrosse, which is not the same. But
I mean, it's still pretty good. That's what I played in high school because my school didn't have hockey until I graduated like 3 years later.
mm-hmm.
And so a lot of the hockey guys played lacrosse.
That makes sense.
But it was fun. That was a good sport too.
Well,
Yeah.
isn't lacrosse just hockey without the skates, and instead of a puck, it's just a ball in a net?
Kinda. It's definitely a lot more different. Like there's more people on the field at once too. It's definitely a little different, but
Isn't lacrosse a little bit more physical? Like you can actually hit people pretty hard with your stick, can't you?
Yeah, there's
Like more so than in hockey.
The stick part, yes. The body checking in hockey is way more intense, and also you can fight people in upper levels of hockey. So
yeah,
in lacrosse you can't fight, but you can, or at least certain leagues you can't. Like the professional league you can't fight, but indoor lacrosse you can fight. So it's a little different. But yeah,
I think
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna tell my story. One of my favorite things I did in lacrosse my senior year was this dude, and Nick, you'll get the reference. Someone was going for they were jumping over the crease to try to score, and
Yeah.
I just hit them like full on body, and that dude was out for like 10 minutes just because like I just like trucked him, and because I played hockey, I was so used to like the contact. It was kind of brutal, but that was like my big claim to fame during that.
Oh no,
Basically played a lot of defense, so
that's me too. I was a defender. My junior year of high school, I led the league in penalties, mostly from hitting people.
yeah,
So-
that doesn't surprise me.
No, I mean, I also played football. Like I was a middle linebacker and offensive lineman. So like my whole shtick was hitting people super hard. So then playing lacrosse, I was on defense, and if like somebody was trying to, I'd be like the middle defender. So anybody coming around the crease, they're just getting buried constantly. So
Yeah, I switched between midfield and defense, but yeah, whenever they needed, really.
I was definitely not fast enough for like midfield. I was like a big, like lumbering lacrosse player.
Yeah.
At least compared to my teammates. I was like smaller than I am now, but I'm just like not fast, not super quick.
Just
Well-
hovered around midfield.
Yeah, just hovered around the net, and when anybody like came through the middle, they just were on
They'd
the
just
floor.
be on the ground. Yeah. No, but it's been, my schedule got so much busier, so I really haven't even had a chance to really play games off stream, like a little bit here and there, but not too much. I haven't really been even playing New World, which is something I wanted to play.
Yeah.
Just because it's basically almost 7 days of full on, like every day is something, maybe a couple days here and there where I'm not doing anything, but for the most part, it's like jam packed or doing whatever else too.
Yeah.
I was never so I played sports all the way up until high school, and then I switched to just solo sports, which
Yep.
was skateboarding like a madman. And I got really good until I was riding a rail, and it was like a 9-stair handrail, and the board slipped and I fell on my nuts, and I was never the same again. Like
Yeah.
after that point, I was afraid every time. So like it was like I wouldn't try those crazy things anymore because I was so worried about the boys.
Right. That makes
And
sense.
And now the boys live in a purse.
Right. I mean, that makes sense though.
yes.
That's a healthy fear, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have like so many scrapes and like stitches and everything. I remember one of the last skate contests I was in. It was like Slam City Jam or something. It was a mini ramp contest, and I smashed my head so hard that like I couldn't even walk. It was bad. And then after that, I always wore a helmet, but I wasn't wearing a helmet then because it was not cool. If you know what I
Right.
mean.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't
definitely.
being cool enough.
Right.
Yeah, get with the times, wear that no helmet.
Yeah. It was like hockey back in the day when they didn't wear helmets at all.
Bro, like if that happened nowadays, that would just not be good. That would not be a good thing. It would be pretty bad.
No,
I don't know
dude.
how they did it back then.
Then goalies would wear this like paper mache mask too.
Dude, actually I heard stories that actually like hurt so bad if you got hit in the face with that, like because it's like,
Yeah.
oh man, I can't even
It's
imagine.
right up against your face. There's like some foam in there, but not really.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
not like it's like now they're like baseball catcher helmets.
Right. I mean,
Basically,
that's
at this point.
Foam from 1955 isn't even foam; it's just stacked paper.
exactly. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like paper crumpled back and forth. But that's what my dad wore. He was a goalie. One of those terrible paper mache masks. But
Yeah, I just looked him up. I found out. I just looked him up by your last name.
Actually, Norm Verdadakis?
Yeah, I found it.
Storm and Norman?
Yeah, Western Pioneers. Yeah,
Yeah, actually. You
it's
can
pretty-
find stuff on him.
yeah, that was pretty easy. Yeah, dude, I do this all the time with like hockey stuff, especially is like I kind of look at like just even just talent like coming up into the juniors. Like there's a lot of people in like the draft classes coming up in the next couple of years that I'm really watching because they're really exciting players. They're labeled as like possibly a generational talent, which is really exciting to watch, especially with someone who's so invested in the sport. I always like looking that kind of stuff up. But yeah, so I knew what resources to use. But yeah,
Right.
it's not too much on it. But obviously, because it's back then, is not as well documented as it is, now. But
Right. Actually, yeah. Was it Hockey Database? Hockey
yeah,
DB?
it was.
Wait,
It just
did you
came
say
up.
database where we store all the dad jokes?
The database?
Yeah. the
Oh,
database.
We have
Yeah,
the
there
king of
was
dad
some-
jokes,
There
and
was some gold in there earlier.
Yes. Oh, what was it? Mario is Japanese, and that's his last name, and it's a me is his first name.
Dude,
It's
you
a
literally
me,
said that to
Mario.
me, and I was just like, oh my goodness.
It was the greatest thing ever. So Atrax, welcome back. How's your rap game going, and what have you been up to?
Thank you. Rap game is about the same as I was last time here. Not haven't changed much on the rap game, but in the video game world, oh man, I got addicted to Back for Blood. Like very addicted. I put a ton of hours into it. It's a lot of fun. The bots in it are really bad though. You have to have teammates for sure. At least one. Get a buddy. It's on Game Pass. Pretty much my
Back
addiction
for Blood is the
lately.
Left 4 Dead sequel, right?
Yes. It's made. I don't know if it's like a direct sequel. It's made by the same people.
Yeah,
or, like,
Valve.
a majority of the same people. I don't think it's made by Valve. It's just made by like the same team. I think they're
Oh.
different. They're under a different name now. And so
Turtle
I
Rock
see.
free on
Studios.
Game Pass. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Turtle Rock Studios.
So that game is super fun. And I think like stream wise, I've been streaming a lot of CS:GO and I'm probably going
go.
to stick with it for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I know Marcus is happy to hear that.
Dude,
But-
when you get into so Nick, you'll understand this because I'll watch Nick sometimes play like Call of Duty. Ow, I just ate my mic. Fuck, that was my tooth.
Dude, he got way
got
too high
so
from the Java
excited.
monster. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, just
CS:GO, come on.
see it. Let's go.
That hurt.
All of the headshots.
God damn it. I took a fucking microphone to the face or to the tooth.
How did you even do that?
I fucking swing my hands around when I talk, okay, Nick?
That's it.
Oh, and you smacked the mic into your own face?
Correct. I hit it so it was like inserting into my mouth.
That's
Yeah.
it. We're getting
Okay.
a working class nerd's mouth guard. That's it. You heard it here first.
Yep, mouth guard. But anyway, so I get into Atrax's stream, and he's like, "All right, we're gonna do this." And they start out with this little ass pistol, and so he's going, and headshot, boom, gone, boom, gone. And every match he's in, it says MVP, 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 and I'm like, "Bro, you're good at this game." And he's like, fucking, let's go. The rest of his team is a bunch of scrubs and they're all dead. And it's always like last guy standing, and here's Atrax winning every
Dude,
fucking match. And I'm like,
Market, you
what the
talk
fuck is
me up
happening
so
right now?
much, man. You talk me up so much.
but
I
I'm
literally-
watching it happen. Okay,
Just the other day, I had a
let me
game
back
I
up.
had
Let me go and
one
rewind. Every game that I watched him play, he dominated. So after I left, he might have sucked the rest of the night. But the matches I saw, he did fucking amazing.
Yeah, and then he whips out the AWP and just starts sniping people, and we're just like, hey, Atrax, you gonna just start carrying some more or what?
Yeah, because
Jeez,
like
you
I
guys
was
talk
looking.
me up so much.
Hold on one sec.
I've never played CS:GO, but I would love to.
It's-
Counter Strike.
It's
It's
hard.
a
I think it's
difficult
hard.
game. It's
Oh.
it's a tough game. There's a lot to learn.
What,
and a
is
lot-
it ESL CS:GO? No, that's the esports league one, right?
Yeah.
So, here we go. Dude, there's 41,000 people watching this fucking game right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa, this dude's no, he doesn't speak English. I don't understand another language. Whoa, this guy, look at this guy's gun. This guy's got some like orange and purple
Dude.
like custom gun. What the fuck is
Skins,
that?
the skins.
Skins equal
Skins,
wins,
man.
man.
Wait, you can skin up your
Your
You,
weapons.
you
Yep.
buy you
buy
unlock
'em.
cases. It costs $250 to unlock a case, and there's a chance that
like
there-
real $2.50.
like real $250. And there's a chance that you can get a super rare item or like a cool looking gun, but I'd say 99% of the time you get something that's worth like 5 cents. But some of these skins for this game, they cost like over $2,000.
Yeah,
Some
you
of
can,
them
like,
are up
wait,
to
wait,
like
wait,
5,000. Yeah, it's insane.
You
So
haven't heard
can
about
you
this
sell
before?
that?
Yeah, you can sell them.
yeah,
You've
you
never
can sell
heard
it.
about this, Marcus? Like
You
the
haven't
CS:GO
heard
CS:GO?
about this? This is
No.
like a huge thing for a long time in the gaming community.
Yeah, this is like one of the original microtransaction gambling-y things that people
Yeah.
didn't like.
Wait.
Team
So
Fortress
if you
2
get
did
the,
it too,
okay.
but
well,
it
I
wasn't
remember
that
Team
successful.
Fortress 2, but like
Yeah.
I didn't know that about the economy part. So wait a minute. So I open up the crate, and a golden gun like GoldenEye for the N64 comes out. Right? I get that skin.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can take that. Now I can't apply it to my gun. I have to sell it before I use it. Correct?
No, you can. It's yours. You can use it. You opened the gun, so you can use it. It's yours.
So how do you
can
sell it?
then
Yeah,
you
but how do
can
you
then
sell it?
you can then resell it on the Steam market, or there's even websites that have, and I don't know exactly, I'm sure that this is legal because it's like a huge thing, but there are sites where you can trade your skins to like one of their sellers and then you get actual money for it. It's like a website, but generally the most legit normal way people sell skins is through the Steam market.
So you use this gun for, let's say, a month, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm going to sell it. I need some money.
Yep.
You sell your skin for $200 in the Steam like market,
Right.
and somebody pays you $200 for that skin.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, it's
then
pretty crazy.
Yeah, you can use that to buy either other skins or you can use it to buy games or whatever.
Well, no wonder why the game is so popular.
And it's a lot of fun.
I'm not saying
that's the main thing.
I was always so bad at it coming from Call of Duty. Nick, I think you'd struggle a lot like me because like we're so used to ADSing and there's none of that in the game really. So
Oh, you don't ADS at all?
Not really, no.
Well,
Only
there are
sniper.
some guns that can, but like a majority of them can't.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
And
Yeah.
each gun has a very particular spray pattern. So like the bullets will appear in basically the same way each time. And when you're moving, your accuracy is basically 0. So you have to, say you're like swinging out to the left, you have to counter strafe to the right to stop your movement immediately. And then you can like start shooting and spray at somebody. And you'll have to pull like your crosshair down because the gun has recoil to shoot up. And so
Wow.
like an SMG is a little bit different from an AK or like an M4 or something. It's a fun game.
I really want to try this now. I don't know why.
I think it's
never
free.
dawned on me
Isn't
to
it
play.
free?
It's free. It's not, I mean, the matchmaking is pretty rough. If you're playing the free to play, you can upgrade to what's called Prime matchmaking, which is basically buying the game.
Yeah.
For I think it's $15 still.
Wait a minute. So if you just buy the free to play game, there's no matchmaking. So you're just going against the saltiest people ever.
No, there is matchmaking, but it's called like non-prime or free-to-play matchmaking, and you're more likely to run into people who are like hackers that are just making new accounts because their old account got banned and they don't want to pay the $15. So you can still play matchmaking, you can still play ranked, but it's just non-preferred.
So it's like playing Call of Duty every day.
It's pretty bad. You run into a lot of cheaters.
It just went free to play, right? Like they just came out with that model like a year ago, right? It was like a year
yeah,
ago?
I can't remember if it was a year or 2 years ago, but it was fairly recent. The game's been out since 2012, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
August 2012.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jamie.
I remember you're welcome. I remember trying to play this on my Marcus, believe it or not, Dimitri told me, "Hey, play Counter-Strike. It's pretty fun." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'll try it." And like obviously on the potato computer that the family had, I couldn't run it at all. Like no graphics card, no nothing.
Right.
It was just terrible. But
it takes a lot of hours to get a feel for how the game, and watching it too, and watching how the game should be played in order to understand like, oh, I need to do this or I need to do that. Because your instinct to be able to just run around a corner and gun the guy down, that is so ingrained in video games now, that doesn't always work. Sometimes it does, but if they're expecting you, then generally speaking, you're going to get gooned because your accuracy is 0 because you're moving around the corner, you know?
And there's some pretty crazy angles too. Yeah,
there's a lot of crazy angles that you can just get absolutely destroyed from, especially if people know what they're doing. And then there's the matter of like your utility usage. So you can throw smoke grenades to block off areas, or Molotovs, or like HE grenades don't really kill anybody, but they do a decent amount of damage. And then the flashbangs are, if you get hit by a flashbang, your whole screen is white. It's pretty punishing.
Do you guys know what a Dutch oven is?
Like the stove thing, or like farting and pulling the blankets over someone's
the
head?
farting, the smoke grenade. That's what this all reminded me of. So tonight, I ripped the nastiest fart in the bathroom, and I made sure I shut the door and didn't turn on the fan. So when the kids went to go brush their teeth, it reeked, and it was amazing.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a classic Marcus move.
That's insane.
Were they freaking out like, oh my God?
Yeah, everybody was. They went into my bathroom and used it because they were so mad at me. Sorry, that was my sidebar.
That's a great, dude, you have to. That's like
That's a good sidebar.
Dad 101.
Oh, dude. There's so many things like, so the Amazon, like holiday gift guide. You remember when we were kids, we'd get like the Toys R Us or like the Target toy guide
Yeah.
in the mail or in the newspaper, right? Or I'm just showing how fucking old I am.
No, it's like the
Oh,
catalog.
I
These
had
days.
those too.
Yeah, all right. So I'm not that.
My mom would
fucking
be
old.
like, circle the things you want.
Yes, exactly. So Amazon does that now. There's a whole fucking 2-page spread of Nerf guns, and I'm like,
What?
yes, I think it's time for me and Ryan to level up and get Nerf guns.
Working
Dude,
class nerfs?
Yes,
Oh my
Dude.
God.
and I'm just gonna annihilate the fucking kids with the Nerf gun. It's gonna be fantastic.
Oh my god.
I can't wait.
I want to
This
get
is-
involved.
He's just gonna be like, "Daddy's home," and then just like run at him with a Nerf gun.
Well,
Like,
I learned this from my other one of my customers. They have 3 boys. They have the Nerf guns hidden all over the house. Like you open up a cabinet door and there's a Nerf gun loaded. So like people will come over and the kids will just open up the cabinet door, Nerf gun, boom, boom, blast you, throw the gun on the ground and walk out of the room. It's fucking hilarious. Man, I've gotten shot many times by a Nerf gun. And I feel
That's
like
fantastic.
that's like a successful dad.
Yeah, like nobody's getting hurt, but that's super fun. You know?
Yeah.
very playful, very fun. Change up the hiding spots if you know.
Yeah.
All the above.
Yep.
All of the above.
All of them.
Oh man. All I know is I love that show Squid Game so much.
You finished it already?
Yeah, it's done. I binged the fuck out of that.
Dude, it's so good. I'm on
Wow.
episode 4 or 5 or something. I will say the first episode takes a little while, but once you get into the actual game
That bothered
section,
me.
what? The
The
first section?
episode.
Why?
Well, because it's all about this dude who like wants to be a good dad, but he can't be a good dad. And like
right.
the daughter's like mom found a new dude that's a good dude, and like the dude just wants to be a good dad.
Yeah, but he just can't.
He just can't.
Right.
Spoilers for Squid Game, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Well,
Okay,
that's
I'll
not
take my
really a
headphones
spoiler.
off.
Yeah, I haven't seen it at all. I haven't
Oh,
watched
okay.
Yeah,
any
but
of
we
it
didn't
yet.
talk about anything else. All we
No,
talked
that's
about was a
just-
dad.
That's
like
true.
the
That's
first
true.
10
First
minutes.
episode. First
Yeah, like
episode.
first 10 minutes of the show. Well, you need to watch that shit because I'll tell you what, it takes a lot for me to sit on this. I'm gonna say it. It takes me a lot to sit when like I have the whole seat, but I only need the edge. It takes a lot for me to do that. Okay.
Okay.
In this show, I was literally sitting on the edge of my seat the entire show.
Yeah.
You know?
I will say, once you get through that, like the half of the first episode or like 3/4 or whatever it is, like when it's just the character development for that main guy, that's the most boring part because it's just like a sort of a melodramatic segment. But then once you get into the actual game, like the show gets so much more complicated.
bro.
Like it's not straightforward at all. There's like lots and lots of side plots. Like,
Sidebars.
I'm only on episode like 4 or 5, and like it's like there's already twists and turns, and like it's crazy, and it's a totally different culture, which I think is super cool. Like I know nothing about Korean folks at all, so to see like even just like Korean actors how they behave and things like that, and like Korean society is a little bit different. So, and I've been watching it in Korean with English subtitles, which I think I like that way better because then the actors you like hear their voices, like you get the full culture experience. I think like I like watching anime in Japanese too with subtitles. But Kymeri?
Yeah, it's in their natural tongue, right? So I'm a big fan. Atrax knows what I'm about to say. I'm a big fan of Korean culture, and I know my girlfriend Rune is as well. So I can't wait to watch it. We probably will also watch it with the in the Korean language with subtitles on, and I'm really excited to see it because I've heard nothing but good things about it. But just haven't had that time really to just watch it right now. There's so many things that I'm watching where like and there's not enough time to watch all of it. It takes so much more time to get everything, to go through.
Right. Totally get it. Marcus, besides crushing all of Squid Game, what else have you been up to?
I am sorry. I sound like Anyways, I am officially 100% like nearing the end of the road to 1,000 followers.
Okay. Where are you at?
I don't know.
Can I get an exclamation point follow count?
I have no fucking clue right now. I know it's got to be close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really close. But, it's weird. And when you're streaming, you think like you're 10 followers away or 20 followers away. You're like, okay, usually to get 20 followers, that usually takes me like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, right?
Yep.
And it like towards the end, you're like, oh my God, I'm so close. And Wednesday night, they started like the countdown because I was at like 12 and then it was 11 and then 10, then 9. And it was like brick wall, boom, 9. And I'm like, damn it. Like, I'm so close. Like,
You're at 993, by the way.
Whoa, 7 to go.
7
more.
to go.
Let's go, Marcus.
So I guess this is the best time to announce it. So I've decided I'm going to do a 12-hour 1K stream. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to suck it up. I'm going to be where. So for part of it, Robert Incredible probably will make a comeback. I will definitely have pink shorts on with my Truffle Shuffle Hawaiian shirt. Yep. I probably will do some variant of some sort. I will be playing Destiny 2 and some SWOTOR. But yeah, it's totally going to happen. I would imagine the 12-hour stream is going to happen in November. Because if I'm 7 away, I'm probably a couple streams away from hitting that, I would imagine. That's my guess. So I'm streaming tomorrow night, which is Friday instead of Saturday, because I'm taking the fam away for the weekend. Mm-hmm. And I would say I probably won't make it next on Friday. It'll probably be the following episode or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday next week. I'll probably hit it. So definitely November, I will do it. And I was actually thinking about doing it on a Friday. I feel like everybody does their long streams on a Saturday. I was thinking about taking the day off, taking the kids, for breakfast and maybe an early lunch or something and starting it at like 1 p.m. on a Friday and just going for 12 hours on a Friday. So I
feel like that's a good idea.
So then that gives me the
Saturday
weekend.
And Sunday to recuperate.
Dude, like, I don't know how these people do these 24-hour streams. And just to be honest, it's fucking insane to me. Because, like, after 12 hours, I'm like, it took like the last 12-hour I did, I was smoked on Sunday. Like, felt like I didn't even know my name. And Kymeri did 24 hours. Kogas did 24 hours. Stay Alive did 24 hours. Fuck that.
From someone who used to work 12-hour shifts, a 12-hour stream feels pretty easy. I mean, I haven't done a 24, admittedly.
Wait. Did you hear that, Kymeri? He just said he's doing a 24-hour stream. Atrax is doing a 24-hour stream announced here on Working Class Nerds.
Yep, that's it. Confirmed.
When I hit
12-hour ain't shit.
When I hit 1K like Marcus, I'll do a 24.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
There it is. Wow.
No, but I wanted to. Can I talk about a point that you made there? This is something that we've, me and Marcus have talked about. Is a lot of people do those celebration streams on a Saturday, and I talked to him and I was like, maybe do one on a Friday. It's definitely a little different. You get the extra day on the weekend to rest as well, going into the rest of the weekend. So I think that's even better. Or if you could take an extra day off, but it's hard. I mean, for Marcus, I know you can't really do that, but having that time is so valuable to have rest after those big streams. Like, your voice is hoarse and it's pretty brutal. You're tired. You've just been sitting in front of a screen for 12 hours straight. Just make sure you take breaks. Like I said, I've always told you that. Take the breaks.
Yeah. Well, dude, it took like literally finally now my eyes don't hurt from looking at the screens. It took that long for my last one.
I remember, that screwed up your eyes for a very long time.
It's because I took off the glasses for like 3 hours, and I think it ended up turning out to be like 5 hours, and there were so many lights in here, I was just blind. And ever since, like, I can't stare at the screen as long, so I'll put on the glasses. But it's going to happen. Like, we're so close. And thank you. That's pretty much the big one for me, is just saying thank you to everybody. It's amazing for me to see where the community has, like, came, supported me, hung out with my streams. Like, how many hundreds of people, almost 1,000 people, have clicked a heart on Twitch and, you know, to be notified when I go live. Like, how freaking amazing is that? It's truly heartfelt. I don't know.
Heartwarming?
Yeah, heartwarming. That's a great way to say it, Nick. I thought about it last night after I streamed, and I was just like, holy shit. And when you see, I think it's mostly, you know, okay, so full disclosure, I've streamed SWOTOR for a year and a half, like pretty much solo SWOTOR. And 2 weeks ago, I decided to make a change. And I've been raiding in SWOTOR for years now, and progression rating for years now. And I made a valid choice for changes. And I actually am taking a break from raiding in SWOTOR. It's official. I'm not on a raid team. I'm not saying that I won't fill in for a team, but right now, like, I need a break. And I love Destiny 2. I love it. Love that game. Like, love it. I love the grind. I love the swords. I love the submachine guns. I love the light machine guns. I love it all. Grind. Right, Atrax? But anyway.
Oh, dude.
I know. So my point is, so this week, Tuesday, I stream Destiny, and Tuesdays are going to be my Destiny night. And and I'll talk about it more later. I decided to stream Destiny again on Wednesday. And honestly, I had a lot of fun. And it was the first time I played Destiny alone, because most of the time I'm joining up with friends and doing fun stuff with friends. And this was the first time I ever played the game completely alone and on stream. And you know what? The community really, like, stuck by me, and they were having fun, and, like, they were making me push the rip that guy button. Rip that guy. Because you know what it reminds me of? Remember when Kymeri was playing Fallen Order, and he fell like 4,967 times
off my
one
goodness.
cliff? You remember that? He couldn't jump.
I will
the
never
thing.
forget.
Yes. That's what it feels like to me, because, like, I'll be jumping and I'll die, or I'll just get sniped from across the room by, like, this one sniper that I didn't see. And the community is laughing at me because I just shake my head. And if I was way better at streaming, I would figure out how to do, like, a death counter or something funny like that, but I don't know how to do that. So I don't have one, so I just talk about how I wish I had one, and it eventually will happen. Kind of like with the podcast, for how many episodes, Nick, did I say I was going to put us on Spotify?
Oh my God. Like, probably like 40 episodes. One of these days, look at us on Spotify, and soon Spotify, and almost Spotify. And then, I thought about sending the email this week, and I scratched my butt instead of setting up Spotify.
Right. So Nick finally was like, dude, it was at work one day. And he was like, Marcus, stop talking about it and fucking do it.
Right. Just do it.
Boom. Done.
Do it.
A couple little action items. So I did acquire an Xbox Series S that I'm going to be selling at Christmas time, because I know there's going to be somebody whose kid really wants a system, and like, they're not going to be on the shelves. So I'm saving it for a friend or somebody that I know that really wants to hook their kid up at Christmas time. So I'm saving it for them. Boom.
That's pretty nice. That's pretty sweet, dude.
Dude, I know what it's like, man. Last thing is, I have 100% decided that I am buying the Shure SM7B.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right. So all all seriousness, so I have the Wave 3 mic by Elgato.
Same.
Yes, and I love the mic because of the software, right? Love the
Yes.
mic because of the software that it comes with, and you can control everything. When Monica's screaming in the background in Destiny, you can turn her down and like be able to control Discord in your stream and all that stuff. I love that. But there's something about the SM7B and what it does for you when you're screaming. Because like Kymeri could scream right now and he wouldn't clip because of the cloud lifter that's hooked up to his mic, where all the other mics won't do that. Like there's no, like they have noise gate software, but they will still clip.
Right.
And I feel like I work my balls off, so why shouldn't I have something that I want?
I agree.
Yeah, why not?
There you
Dude,
go.
like I
That's the
never
best
thought
reason.
I would ever have this microphone. Like when I started doing this, like I was like, I had the snowball mic, then I had a Rode NT Pro for a bit, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the full investment on getting the best thing I can get for the channel, the content, everything that I'm doing, and it's one of the best investments I've ever made, and I am so happy with it. It's amazing, and I know you'll love it, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I remember when you were talking about it because you wanted to buy a different mic, and there was myself and somebody else that was like, no, it's worth it. Like Kogus just did it and it changed his stream. Like he just sounds so good. And it's just, for me, it's going to change the way and I stream and podcast, because now I'm not going to have to set up the studio mic all the time for when I stream or for when I podcast, because we have two different mics. So for me, it's a good investment and I'm excited for it.
That's awesome.
That was a lot of talking.
That was a
New
lot of
mic
talking.
hype.
992. Oh no, 993. Yeah,
993 what?
Followers. Let's go.
That's a lot of followers.
Yeah, so Nick, what have you been doing?
So, remember how a few episodes ago I talked about in Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing great. I can kill all the enemies I come across pretty easily, or not easily, but within a reasonable number of difficulty. I'm not wiping on anything. I'm just cruising through, doing story stuff. This is great. Like I got ahead of the gearing curve. Well, then
closer to the mic. I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Well, that all changed because now, like per my last stream, I wiped like 8 times or something on like a couple different enemies.
Was it the robot dog again? Tell me it was a robot dog.
What do you mean the robot dog?
Or no, it was like a robot dinosaur.
Yeah, the thunder something. I don't even know what it's called, but I got
all robot dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're all like, well, some of them are like robot animals. Like some are like,
Atrax.
Okay.
This thing looked like the T-Rex of robots, okay? He was walking through, like sneaking through these like red bushes, and I was like watching and I'm like, what the fuck is that thing?
it's like several stories tall. And it absolutely myrtleated me like 18 times. And then I found flying birds that did the same thing, and they make super creepy noises, and I got myrtleated 18 times. And then I found some other enemies that did the same thing, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just wiping on everything.
Would you say it's like Breath of the Wild, where you wander into a place that you shouldn't be?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I wandered into a place where like I'm level 25, but I was still using my like level 18 gear and I'm fighting level 25 enemies, so I was like, I couldn't kill anything. You know what I mean?
So you
like,
just needed
smack
a
the
level
enemy
up.
and then
Yeah.
you
And
hit
it
the
would,
enemy
like-
and it breaks.
Right. Exactly. So I ended up getting my gear closer to up to speed, but it takes a while. It's a lot of just like the mods for your weapons make a big difference. You can buy like weapons of a higher quality or something like that, and that makes a little bit of a difference, but the mods for them are what's huge. So typically, if you don't have the skill, normally you think of a mod where like you can take it out of one weapon and putting in the next, but the base like skills of the game, if you take a mod out of a weapon, it gets destroyed. So I like grinded a little bit and got my skills up so that I could get this perk that lets you swap modifications out so you don't have to destroy them all the time, and then I could take my like crazy modifications out of the crappy starter bow and put it into my upper level ones, and then I started to do way better. But it's all about the gear grind basically, but the game is super awesome. just clicking along, playing it. I'm enjoying the crap out of it. I was gonna talk about Squid Game, but obviously we went into that quite a bit.
It's so good.
And I know you guys haven't seen it, but I'm about halfway through. Like I said before, I also played some of the Halloween like themed games in Call of Duty Cold War today.
How was that?
It was fun. So it's all like Scream themed, like the movie Scream with the ghosty mask.
Oh yeah.
One of the game modes, obviously there's Infected where there's like zombies, you know, that's a pretty normal game mode.
Zombies.
Where like as you start off with one person is infected out of 16 of you, and then everyone else has, you know, guns and stuff. And then the one person who's infected can only use throwing knives and a knife. But if they kill you, then the person that they kill gets turned into a zombie too. And now, you know, the role is either survive the whole time limit, or once you get converted to the zombie team, turn everybody into zombies and the zombies win. So that's fun. But there's another game mode. It's like Scream Deathmatch instead of Team Deathmatch. So it's I think it's right.
Clever.
It's
You
teams.
said scream.
I think it's like
I screamed.
10 or 12 people. So you start off, it's like free for all style. You start off in all different sections of the map. And then when the first like 5 or 10 seconds, 2 people are chosen at random to be the Scream character. And
Nice.
Do they
have
so
the
like
knife?
yeah, you have a knife, and they look like the Scream character too. Like it's a
Now this
operator
is
in
a
the
knife.
game, right? So they have like the whole like black sort of ghostly set costume, and then the Scream mask. But everyone else in the game does not have a weapon, so you have to run away from them for 5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it is, and then if you're the last person against the 2 Scream characters, then if there's only one victim left, they all of a sudden get a machete, and then you can melee him back. But it's interesting. It's fun.
It's really cool because
Go ahead.
It's like the have you won as the survivor yet with the machete?
No, I've not gotten that far.
Oh.
I won as the Scream character, but
it's really cool because like in 2 weeks the new COD comes out too, which is like kind of exciting as well because it's kind of awesome that they do an event like that close to the new game for like, I mean, I know it's the different studios and stuff, but it's still really, really cool that they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have an event for Halloween, even though the new game comes out less than a week later. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Well, I got duped. I wasn't going to tell everybody. I wasn't going to tell everybody, but seeing that you mentioned that the new Call of Duty came out, so on Battle.net, when the beta was out, Nick was like, "Come play the beta with us," and I was like, "All right, cool." I didn't realize you could like open up a window to like click to like the beta to download it, but instead of downloading
like
the beta.
If you ever use Battle.net, there's like a drop down above the play button that lets you select like the server region, like North America, Europe, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that if you go to Call of Duty Vanguard, like you can click like if you have the regular like game selected in that drop down, it'll be like buy now. Or if you click the drop down, it'll be like you can change it to the beta instead of the full game. Well, Marcus didn't realize that.
Yeah,
You
and
bought the game.
I pre-purchased the game. I was so mad at myself because
And you didn't
$60.
play the beta?
I played the beta.
Oh,
the
okay.
game's terrible.
It was not good. The
No,
beta
it
was
looked,
not good.
the game looked like it was from 2000. I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 looks better than that game. And
It's a little
maybe
rough.
they clean it up. It wasn't. I think the problem for me is the Treyarch version of Call of Duty is the best for me. Like, that is the best Call of Duty for me. Some people say Infinity War, which is cool, but like the Treyarch version of the Call of Duty is my Call of Duty, right?
Yeah, me too.
Just
I'm
like
in the same boat.
my Star Wars is the prequels. That's my Star Wars.
Okay. Bold statement, sir, but I respect it.
Dude, Darth fucking Maul.
Well, that's true. Darth Maul's cool. Honestly, Clone Wars is cool. I like the extra stuff.
That is
Chimera
the
agrees with
prequel
me there.
series.
Yeah, but that's not the prequel movies. That came after the fact.
But it's still set in the same era.
Well, yeah, that era is cool.
Like the prequel era is my Star Wars. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, now that makes more sense
that
because the
makes
movies are
not
not
like
great
the-
content.
I
I mean, they have cool moments, but
Yes.
They make
the
for some great
Like,
memes,
come on, like
right?
Anakin sends an apple to Padme, and she takes the fork and smashes it into a fake apple, and then takes a bite out of the fake apple. That was amazing.
And Kymeri knows all about the sand, don't you, Kymeri?
Yeah, we
Kymeri
love sand
loves
in our
sand.
community. Yep, we
Dude.
love it.
I got a call from Tractor Supply saying that they got the order of the Kai sand in for me on my
Nice.
voicemail.
What
Yes.
what color did you get this time?
It was pink.
Just
Pink
like your
sand.
shorts, like your short shorts. Nice.
Yes.
So are you going to be a model for me, Marcus? Are we going to model that on Insta? Because that sounds pretty good to me.
So I'm really hoping that before my stream, like I suck it up and get my studio done. So then, because I'm going to have a couple cameras in there, like, so I can like stand up and you can see like the whole studio room. I mean, it'll just be foam pads, but that's okay too. But like, you'll be able to like, I'll be able to like just have that camera on me the whole time, so you can see the short shorts at all times. And they're going to be short. So when I stand up, the Hawaiian shirt might be longer than them. Like I want them to be like the V shorts, so half my ass cheeks hang out of it.
Oh,
Well,
Are you kidding? They're gonna have like thong shorts.
No, I can't. They don't make them for fat guy.
Oh, okay.
I tried to find those, like the V shorts, but they don't come in type 4, body type 4 size.
oh, jeez.
So, Nick, what is season 3 as epic as usual?
Oh, season 3 is epic as usual is my note. But
What is you?
you've never seen you?
I don't
I
even know what
also
it
have
is.
not seen you or
What?
heard about it.
I see you
It's-
right now in our
Yeah,
podcast. Ha,
It's
got
wicked good. So
him.
the name of the show is You, but it follows. It's kind of.
Is it like
Chick-
the Soulja
I
Boy
can't even
meme?
hear you,
Like,
Nick.
You.
What do hear me?
You're like too far away from the mic.
I'm like literally. My mouth is literally touching the mic.
Okay, now you're better.
Oh, so no, You is just. It's like a. I guess you technically call it a melodrama, but it's somewhat chick flicky, but it's super dramatic and interesting and goes on a crazy ride. But it's a show on Netflix that follow. I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it, because like basically crazier and crazier things happen, and it turns real murdery real quickly. But it's up. It's awesome. I'm about halfway through season 3, and it's just a wicked good show. That and Squid Game are the two things I'm watching right now, since I'm between big chunks of Marvel and Star Wars content.
Okay, so sidebar incoming.
Yeah.
Do you guys prefer?
Don't sigh at the sidebar.
No.
I
Do
had
you guys?
one too.
Well,
Oh,
do you guys
well, yours is
prefer?
next.
Do you prefer the instant release of a whole season on Netflix, or do you like the weekly release of Disney Plus?
Weekly.
Weekly release.
Me too. Me too. You appreciate each episode more. Like I'm praying that for Stranger Things, the next season, it's weekly release.
So my best example with this is definitely WandaVision, because like Wanda is one of my favorite characters. So I really got excited every week for that episode. And I think that's what draws me to that kind of stuff. The weekly releases, like Bad Batch was the same way, right? Like I got really hyped
show
for those
ever.
episodes, and it was really, really good. And I prefer the weekly releases. I know why they did Visions like that. They just kind of released it all at once because it was a lot shorter, but I would have liked it weekly release.
My
Yeah.
most recent weekly release show has been a show on Hulu called Only Murders in the Building. They release
Okay.
one every week on Thursdays, and that show was really, really good.
Well, yeah, I like the weekly release. But like I just wish for the weekly releases, like I mean the binge ones, like I don't appreciate it because like I purposely, like when Stranger Things comes out, I'll watch one episode per week or like 2 a week because I want to stretch the content.
Yeah.
And it makes you appreciate it more. And then like you can like think about what's going to happen. Like how many times did we watch something and Nick and I talked about that episode? Like, oh, do you think this is going to happen? Is Grogu going to be a Jedi? You know what I mean? And like build the hype for it.
Right.
I think I got through like 4 episodes of the Bad Batch before I was just like, nope, that's a hard no. But it was still good to have that weekly release because it almost gives you something to look forward to. Like WandaVision and Loki may be one of the best shows produced for me in a long time. Like they were so good.
Visually,
You know what I mean?
Loki was stunning. Yeah, I loved that.
I
And
love the
they're all popping off with that stuff. It's been great. Like I like that.
Me too.
Kymeri. What was your sidebar?
Oh, my sidebar was, I believe this is official. I don't want to, hopefully, like, I saw it from my coworker earlier, but there's supposed to be a new Hulk movie in production in 2022 that I saw
Really?
earlier today. Yeah,
I
based
sent
on
Marcus
World War Hulk.
the. Hold on, I sent Marcus the timeline that they released.
Oh, I didn't even look at it.
Oh, well, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
It was
it's
a big
not-
surprise because obviously, 2011 Hulk movie isn't very well received. So that'd be really, really cool.
Right.
I hope it's constant green Hulk. Like, I hope
Well-
it's not another Hulk origin story.
It's like a rumor leak, but it's
Yeah.
I
okay.
did not see. It's not on the timeline here, but
So a couple things I'm going to
I
say
hope
with
so,
the Marvel
too.
stuff is I think that them abandoning the original Avengers, like right out of the gate, as soon as Endgame happened, is a bad idea because they need the original cast to kind of build up and prop the next generation, in my
see, I
opinion.
disagree. I feel like this is just you being a grumpy old Marcus man, not liking
No.
the new characters. Because like, I think at least online people are really liking the new characters, and I am for sure.
Well, I like Wanda. I like Vision. Like,
Do you
I
like
love
Doctor
that show.
Strange?
Yeah, Doctor Strange is cool.
Do you like Spider-Man?
Well, of course I like Spider-Man. I mean,
See,
my kid is,
where I think
is
you
a-
have a point is like I don't care about Falcon and the Winter Soldier like at all.
yeah, but even like the Hawkeye, the Shang-Chi movie. Now, I haven't seen it yet.
very good. I liked it a lot.
Super
Yeah,
good
but
movie.
like maybe once I watch that, that's going to help me build up to that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Honestly, like the Falcon and Winter Soldier, I wish it was just fucking Captain America and like they started to build the Captain America character and scratch that whole series and just like, okay, this is the new Captain America, let's go. You know what I mean?
That series could have been like half the number of episodes.
Correct.
Well, I think that's I think we talked about this before, so I'll make it quick. But that series got screwed because they had to cut out half the content of like the plot line. Like, I don't know if you guys know Kymeri and Atrax, but there's supposed to be a viral pandemic plot line in that show, and they obviously cut that
Oh.
out because COVID happened, and there's a real viral pandemic.
Yeah, probably
Like, at the
probably in the
same
best
time.
interest for them to do so.
Right. So like a lot of the like sort of Winter Soldier and what's his name? Sam's like family storyline scenes had to be like super drawn out, which makes the show super slow because a lot of those like I forgot what they're called, like the Brotherhood Without Borders or something. That's not the correct word, but it's like the like terroristy group of, though they were supposed to be fighting to get like medicine for people in like impoverished areas or something, and they're like rebelling because of like the world government's handling of the pandemic.
Right. And they had to take out all of that stuff.
Right.
And it
And
never
they just
really
made them
made
like a
sense.
freedom fighting group, and it didn't really make sense.
Yeah,
And it
was
made
kinda
the
like,
show super slow.
yeah, it was kind of like plugged together. But yeah, like so Marcus was saying, right? With them getting rid of like most of the main cast, of course, we still have like Thor and stuff, which I'm so excited for. Thor: Love and Thunder, like that's got me really like excited.
But the
Like,
old
me too.
character.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, and we got other old characters that are coming back too. You know what I mean? In certain ways, but like they had to move on. I think the 10, 11 years, like they were ready to start phasing them out, but like they started adding the characters right underneath them, kind of like Scarlet Witch and like all the all the other characters as well, to start the new era of MCU. And I think that was probably the best thing. I mean, obviously it kind of stinks because we're kind of starting over in a way, but all those memories won't be lost either. So, and I'm sure they're going to be referenced and stuff like that throughout the years anyway.
See, and admittedly, I'm one of the people that when that kind of older era is now gone, I'm like, all right, I think now's my time to dip out of Marvel because there's just so much, it's hard to keep up. And then when I watch a new movie, I feel like there's a ton of references that I just completely missed.
Well, yeah, that's true. But if you end up finding yourself wanting to dive back in, what's helped me like get all the details and get sucked back into these new series and stuff and new characters is the new Rockstars channel on YouTube. So they
Fucking love
do.
that
Oh, I
channel.
love that. I
It's-
love that channel.
Me too. It's my favorite YouTube channel. But they break down every single little like minor detail and what's the word I'm looking for? Easter egg and things like that, in reference to comics. And like
Yep.
they'll speculate on all the trailers and see where they can go and go frame by frame through the trailers and break everything down and break down every episode. So that's
Interesting.
It's really awesome. Like when I was watching Loki, I'd watch an episode and then go watch the breakdown
Yep.
from New Rockstars when it came out the next day, and it was almost like I got 2 episodes worth of content because
That's
I'd
what
watch it once and get like 50%, and then watch the New Rockstars breakdown and get like 50% more stuff that I missed.
That's what I did for WandaVision. That was exactly what I did. I just loved his reactions of like, is this Mephisto? Like all this stuff. Like I loved that. It was so hype
Right.
and it was so much fun to watch that. Like while the series is going on.
And then-
Very, very fun too.
But the magic for me was when in WandaVision, the calendar date was the fucking new Spider-Man trailer release date.
Yep.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Their anniversary date was the same day as the trailer.
And I'm going to actually jump on the Atrax train on this, where I do agree, and that's how I feel about Star Wars right now. I'm super disconnected from Star Wars right now. Like, Bad Batch was terrible. It was not a good show. That could have been that could have been 4 episodes or 6 episodes, and it would have been completely fine, done deal, move on. Where instead they stretched it out 16 episodes and no character development happened. And then at the end, it was like, oh, we're giving you Mount Tantus. And now they're going to be bringing Legends back. Like, come on. So for me, like, meh, you know what I mean? Like, I feel super disconnected from Star Wars, where I really, like, honestly, you know what I really want from Star Wars? Give us the Old Republic. Like, that's, to me, or that's what me as a Star Wars fan needs. I don't need more of the old stuff. Like when Rise of Skywalker ended, like it's time to cut that and move past. And you've already said like that is the end of the whole Star Wars saga. So go back in time.
Yeah. I
know what I
think they're
mean?
going to. That's what the what do they call it?
High Republic.
The High Republic. Thank you.
Well, they haven't said that's going to be shows or anything yet.
That's
Although
true.
it's just a book series and comic series, which it's good, and I actually really enjoy it. I just, for me, like Star Wars, I feel the same way as Atrax does for Marvel that I do for Star Wars right now. Yeah. You know, like the Visions, it was cool, but it's not canon. Like I want more story to dive into, not old stories retold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the new shows coming out are probably going to be more like your alley, though. Coming out in the next year.
To be honest, but it's still in the same era. It's still tied to episode 4, 5, and 6 in between. What's the Force Awakens? You know, the Boba Fett Chronicles or whatever. And I'm sure the show is going to be awesome, and I'm going to love it, and it's going to have a bunch of like. Is it Easter eggs or like nostalgic moments?
Yeah.
Like you're going to see a Kowakian lizard, I'm sure. And like, we're all going to be like, ooh, but at the end of the day, it's still set in the same era that we've heard for, since 1977. It's time for something new.
I get you.
And the other thing that I'm really disappointed with Disney and Star Wars, like bring back the fucking lightsabers. Like enough of this, the Jedi are this mystical thing that used to be. Give us fucking Sith in Jedi, and let's go. Like gone is the time of just bounty hunters. I'm done with it. Like let's move on.
It's only been one piece of content that's lightsaber free. It's just the Mandalorian. They got to explore some other content that's lightsaber free.
But it's okay. But we're getting the Ahsoka series. It's one Jedi. And okay, and we saw Luke and like Grogu and all that stuff, but like they're not going to make like this crazy Jedi. Like Luke isn't going to be like a main character in these shows.
Well, I think what they're doing is they're like the past content is all. Oh, that's not true. I was going to make the point that like there's a lot of lightsabers, but there's not. It was only Rey and Kylo and whatever, and that just those two actually. But I think they were trying to say trying to show like, okay, Force users are this really mystical, important thing. So when they have lightsabers in maybe it's an Ahsoka series or something like that, it's way more special than if you have a whole bunch of them, like in a Star Wars: Old Republic like trailer or something. I get my point is losing steam as I'm saying it here. There should be more lightsabers. I think you're right.
Thank you.
I agree with you.
Thank
Well,
you.
I think honestly, that's why I'm so attached to the prequels, right? Not only is it like what I grew up with as a child, but like there was all the Jedi. Like it was awesome to see like there was like life of the Jedi before what is the original trilogy, you know?
Yes.
Right.
Like, and that really excited me because, like, lightsabers were the biggest part of Star Wars. Like, so recognizable anywhere. If you were like showed someone a picture of a lightsaber, they'd be like, "That's a lightsaber from Star Wars." And I swear, if someone says laser sword, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Just saying. Like, I think that's really what. Honestly, I agree with that too. Is that's kind of the most iconic part of the franchise. So
I agree. Yeah, I think in my head I was thinking more like in like the scene in Attack of the Clones where there's like bunches and bunches of Jedi like going into that arena.
yeah, the
And there's tons of
arena.
in Geonosis. And there's like tons and tons of lightsabers, but like since then there's math is difficult.
A couple.
Seven movies and change plus all the side ones where like that's not happening.
Right.
You have like one or two people with lightsabers that are Force users. And it's this big deal that this one person has it. But like bring back where there's tons and tons of people that have it, and it's awesome.
And
I agree.
And the sequel trilogy gave us the greatest lightsaber ever. And that was Rey's. That lightsaber is so legit.
Oh, the yellow one? Her
Mhm.
actual one at the end?
Yeah, at the end.
That's cool. I did like it.
Yeah, but
I was a fan of Leia's, to be honest. I thought it was gorgeous. I thought it was a really good looking lightsaber.
I tried to buy it
Agreed.
for
I
my
like that too.
daughter.
I'm a Dooku fan.
Well, Ventress
I
for
like
me.
Dooku's too.
And that was Dooku's. I have the Ventress lightsaber and it's dope. I like the curve.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
I don't even know. But in SWTOR news, well, I have
Not
to
a lot
say
of
it.
news. Sure. What are you gonna say?
You suck.
Got him.
Like we're okay. It's October 21st, 2021. In July of 2021, we had a live stream from BioWare saying that this most amazing, epic, joyful 10th year anniversary celebration is starting in August. And the kickoff to this celebration 7.0 10 year anniversary was coming in holiday of 2021. Well, friends, it's October and we haven't gotten another live stream. I think there's been one or two interviews. One I was on, Chris Schmidt was on Max and Seamus podcast, which he did drop some knowledge on the combat styles, which was great. Well, other than that, nothing. Crickets. And if you look at where, like in July, there was a lot of excitement for the game. Now, people aren't even playing it. And it's like a ghost town when it comes to a conversation about the expansion. Some people don't even know that there's one coming because they've done such a bad job marketing it. And I'm uber disappointed.
Wait, did you say something? I've already fallen asleep. There was no news.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and it's the truth. I mean, we both stream it and we both know, everything's been kind of downhill. Like I used to play with so many people in game and I don't see anybody anymore. I was telling Atrax this the other day is you could go back to streams a few months back and I'd be having full groups of players with me in PvP. And now I don't even have that. Like I've been playing by myself most nights and it's like none of my friends are on. They've all moved on to another game or doing something else now with their lives. And it's a real shame, honestly. It really is.
Right. And, holiday 2021 means release date sometime after Thanksgiving, but before Christmas. That's holiday 2021, right? So if we're playing the game, so 1 month from now is probably Thanksgiving or really close. So we're 4 to 6 weeks away from release because they're not going to release the expansion a week or two a week before Christmas, right? Not going to happen. So,
right.
So we're 6 weeks away and there's no excitement at all.
Can I just say something too? I know
Sure.
they want to do like a year of like the 10 year celebration. Like, you remember how they were saying like it's
Suck
going to be a
less.
whole year of it, right?
Yep. Suck less.
I really wish out of the gate that initial pop was way better, because what really matters is the day and the month of the 10-year anniversary of this amazing game that we all love, and it's really not close to hitting home yet. It really isn't. It's no, you said it yourself. No one's getting hyped. No one's talking about it. People are asking us when it's coming out, and we're like, I don't know, like, you know, like we don't know. And
don't know
there's
anything.
there's no more information to give, and it's just as content creators, it's very hard for us to like actually
Create content.
yeah, and like people asking us about said game is like, you know, it's hard to do that. There, a little transparency goes a long way in gaming.
Well, Battlefield 2042 was supposed to come out in October. It should have been out by now, right? And DICE went completely silent. Like, didn't say anything. There was supposed to be a beta coming. There was a bunch of stuff, and it was just silent. And I was listening to Sage and Sammy Boy's Battlefield Show podcast, and friend of the show, and they were like, it's delayed. This game is being delayed because they're not saying anything. They're not saying anything because it's delayed, and they don't know how to say it. And I hate to say it like this. BioWare is an EA company, and so isn't DICE. So I'm speculating that I'm reading between the lines that this is going to be delayed into 2022.
And
That's
the real sad. Good, Marcus.
No. What I'm saying is it's just the writing is on the wall, and it sucks because I love the game so much. Like 6 months ago, I wouldn't have thought of playing any other game on stream. And right now, my excitement level is at like 0.5. And it's driven me to go have fun somewhere else. And it sucks for me to say that.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate too, because I know that they had people noticing the game, like Shroud and Summit streamed it. They put it on their stream for a couple hours.
Wait. Do you think for 1 second, all of a sudden, the two biggest streamers on the internet just magically started playing SWTOR? Come on.
But that's what I'm saying is like they got them to play it where that was it. Like to me, that was the biggest news that I've heard since they, you know, like announced, hey, we're going to do this big 10-year thing. Like that's it. That was the biggest thing is they've got big streamers playing it and then nothing.
What did what's that? Not the Shroud. What's the other guy's name?
Summit.
What was the last thing that guy said before he shut the game off? This game sucks. Or this game isn't for me.
Yeah.
Because he was playing PvP and he was getting destroyed. And it just shows that like it was I don't know.
For me, saying, you can't be an expert gamer in quotations and expect to go into PvP with no gear and stuff like that and just absolutely be a god or something. What I mean is,
yeah, exactly. But like I'm sorry, those guys do not play a game just to play a game, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Unless it's their main game, like they're playing Final Fantasy 14 or Call of Duty or something, like that's different. But like for me, like that was definitely like an inside gig. But here's the thing. Why wouldn't they just like, why wouldn't you play it now? Like, I think if, and I'm not a game developer, right? And whoever's a game developer, please message me on Discord and tell me I'm an idiot and I don't know anything that I'm talking about, because I can confirm 100% that I am 100% an idiot. I'm not an asshole. I'm an idiot. And I know it. It's the truth.
Can confirm,
right? But you can't tell us one thing and then go radio silent when this is supposed to be the biggest expansion of your game's history since launch. And it's crickets. It's sad. Anyways, in AIE news,
Tuesdays are mandatory fun night. Let me try that again. See, this is what happens when I let Marcus write the notes and I don't like proofread them.
What do you mean? I just copy and paste it from all the other shows, so you can't even call me out on that bullshit.
Yes, because it's on every show and I fix it every time except for this one. So the N in MFN is night. So if you say mandatory fun night,
Guild
night.
night. Guild night.
it's like saying GPS system.
It's
Or
only taken us
ATM machine.
126 episodes to continue to argue about that Nick can't read right.
Dude, I'm Ron Burgundy. If it's on the screen, I read it.
Oh my God.
Good
You
night,
guys
San
hear this?
Diego? Question mark.
You know, as you're fixing these notes and we start over again, even though this is not going to get deleted and it's just going to be here. You know what I'm staring at right now?
What?
The Kymeri Heart coffee mug.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome.
Nice.
With the Ahsoka
The Soka Heart.
artistry and everything.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hype's in the chat.
Hype's the chat. Kymeri, let's go. Thanks for the plug.
Kymeri. Oh my God. I've never heard you actually say that word.
Me neither.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Anyways, in EIE news, Tuesdays are a mandatory fun night where the fun is mandatory, but attendance is not. And that runs from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Of course, we switch back and forth from the awesome, true to Star Wars Imperial side into between the oh my God, the awesome, true to Star Wars Imperial side and the terrible Sunshine Rainbows. And where you befriend your enemies instead of kill them, Republic side. And Marcus, why are you laughing?
Because we've done this for 126 episodes and we still can't get it right.
I know. I think I screw it up every single week.
No. But it's not just you. I screw up everything.
I know. Remember our episode with Tabs? You did the intro like 5 times.
Shh. That never happened.
But no one ever heard it, so it's all good.
Yes.
So, anyways,
We'll
the
fix it in
first
post.
Friday, we'll fix it in post. We'll do it live. The first Friday of every single month is Master Mode Flashpoints, where we take the most difficult version of Flashpoints. Those are 4-person group content. Run you about 45 minutes to an hour. They're awesome. Take the most difficult ones, walk you through them, see if you can do that. With some assistance. And also, my favorite event that AIE does in Star Wars: The Old Republic happens on the
Saturday.
It's 1 week from Saturday. It's the 4th Saturday of every month. Now, I don't know if you realize it's a lot of Saturdays.
It is?
Do you know what that sounds like?
No.
It's Saturday, and it's Mega, the monthly Epic Guild activity, where we'll tell you the whole scene, but you'll only need the edge. It's Mega. That's my favorite part of every episode.
That's amazing.
Speaking of other AIE news besides Mega, the SOTOR Escape podcast turned 400
last
Marcus
week.
was on the show last week.
Yeah, because we didn't have a show last week. And Sovi messaged me and was like, hey, was the last episode 125? What happened last week? Well, we took the night off to celebrate with Max and Seema. Nick phoned it in and sent a nice voicemail.
I didn't phone it in.
Well, yeah, you did. You left a voicemail. It's the same thing.
Well, when you say phone it in, it sounds like I didn't try. I tried.
Wait.
I'd like to phone
No.
a friend.
Yeah, but that's not trying. That's you can't stay up until fucking 1 o'clock
2
in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. When I have to work the next day.
Right. So I was on the show. Nick phoned it in. It was fantastic because he did the Mega thing on it, and it was hilarious. I was laughing the whole time, but no joke. Congratulations again, Max and Seema. 400 episodes is no joke.
No, it's certainly not. And if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org. Get our Discord information in the top right-hand corner of the website and ask for a guild invite. Whether or not you play Star Wars: The Old Republic or any of the other games that we play, we would love to have you. Now, normally this is where we would take a break, but I think we're changing up the format and we're keeping it sidebar friendly. We're just going with the flow.
Yeah, I'm starting right away. I'm getting
just
into it right away.
We're moving and grooving.
Yeah, I'm calling Atrax out right away.
We're starting with some changes.
Yeah, changes. So, Atrax, you said something earlier that kind of struck my ears perked, and I haven't said anything about it because it really I wanted to wait for this time because I didn't really understand it. So you said earlier that you're going to be spending more time playing CSGO.
Yeah.
Yes. So
It's no longer going to
typically-
be random.
yeah, so like you're Mr. Variety. So it's kind of crazy to hear Marissa laughing in the background, and
Yep.
it's also crazy to hear that you're going to be focusing more on one game. Tell me about it, or tell us
Ye-
about it. Jeez,
There-
I'm sorry,
yeah.
Kymerian. Sorry, Nick. Sorry, I didn't
What?
include you in it. Tell us about it.
Yeah. I
Well,
want to
it's
hear all
Kymeri's
about it.
fault.
Yeah, there's
What did
there's
I
a lot.
do?
There's a lot I'm changing. Yeah, how dare you, Kymeri?
Wait,
Get back to editing videos. Why are
could
you
you?
even here?
Oh my good.
God.
Oh wow.
I gotta go. I'm out of here.
Dang. Yeah, I guess
Good
I'll
night,
leave
everybody.
to it.
Let's
yeah.
pull a Kymeri. Oh, we're out of the stream. See you, everybody. We're out of here.
Oh, that's great. I love it. Yeah, no, there's a lot of I will be streaming primarily CS:GO now. Yeah, I think
What?
mm-hmm.
That's real.
I mean, yeah, it's real. Yep,
You heard it
it's
here
for real.
first,
You heard it here
peeps.
first. Primarily CS:GO. I'll probably still keep my like 2-game thing, but it's no longer going to be random. It'll be like definitely Counter-Strike and then maybe something else if there's time. Because well, I mean, we've talked about it quite a bit, Marcus, and I mean a little bit too, Kymeri, about like just growing and how it's difficult to grow if you move all over the place. I think last time I was on the show, I talked about it too, how it is a little bit more difficult. You don't really have like regulars that enjoy the game and then also enjoy you. They have to solely enjoy you in order to jump around a lot. And I mean, I have grown like quite a bit. I'm at 520 something followers. So I've grown quite a bit, but it's not, I don't think it's very like, it's pretty varied. It's only people that I know, viewership hasn't like exploded just like the follower count has. So I wonder if it's just like people from different games that follow, and then because I never stream that game again, they don't watch, but then they also don't unfollow either because they're like, oh well, I kind of enjoy him maybe if he plays the game later. So yeah, I've been working pretty hard for the changes to prepare for them. I recolored my overlay. We're getting rid of the old like blue gray. I guess it's more a teal gray.
Yeah, teal.
And revamping it with my favorite color, green.
Let's go.
And yeah, new transition, new intro video, stuff like that.
Whoa.
Be right back, screen. Yep.
Let's go, dude.
We're
Let's
going all
go.
out.
Oh,
We're
congratulations.
going all out. Yeah.
Changes. Holy shit.
Changes.
I did not expect this. I did not expect this.
Yep.
Let me
I
ask you
saved it. I saved it for the show. Like I knew.
Well,
I knew that you'd pop off. Let's go.
Do I let them know the spice too? I'll wait for them to ask me.
I do have one. I have one question though about this. When you play CS:GO, do you get followers that are CS:GO fans?
I'm sure. There's no way that I couldn't, right? Like I would imagine that they would be CS:GO fans if they're watching. At least I would hope that they would enjoy the game on some level, or at least that I make it enjoyable enough for them to where they're like, yeah, I'm invested in this game because I enjoy watching him play. It's just like, I think for me, when I watch professional Counter-Strike, I have quite a few teams that I really enjoy watching play. And so when I watch the broadcasters and how they describe what's going on in the game, it makes it like that much more exciting. And so I figured, yeah, I'll stick with Counter-Strike for a while because hopefully I draw those types of people that enjoy the game and they also enjoy like I'm not super. I know we mentioned earlier that you said like, oh yeah, he picks up the op and he kills a bunch of people. No, that doesn't happen very often. It just happens
it's just
enough
when
to where
when
it's
I'm watching it.
interesting. Yeah, just enough times
Well,
to keep people entertained.
so two things with that. So first, I just went back to Counter-Strike on Twitch. There's an esports league CS:GO page. Right now, it's a rerun of Ninjas in Pajamas versus Team Vitality. And they're on map 3, and this is the IEM fall of 2021
I'm pretty sure
semi-final
Ninja
from the EU.
Yeah.
Like this is a real game. Like
Yep.
there's
You
real
didn't know that?
potential. No. I didn't
Marcus,
realize.
that's like saying I didn't realize Fortnite was a real game.
Well, no. I didn't
Or
realize
League of
like-
Legends.
No. Let me rephrase.
Oh.
Like
Or Dota.
So, but no, that's not what I was saying. What I was saying is I didn't realize that this esports league for Counter-Strike is this big. You know, I know there's Call of Duty leagues, but I don't realize how big they are because I'm not involved in that, right? Like I've been sucked into SWTOR for 7 years. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
it's like a horse walking down the road with the side blinders on. Like I know it's there, but I don't really know. You know what I mean? But there's 1,200 people watching a fucking rerun of this game. So the potential for Atrax in this is huge. Second part of that is Atrax is one of the best streamers I watch. And like the potential is huge for me because I will watch him. Like it's really hard for me to follow. Like if he's playing a game that I'm not interested in, I'm not really going to watch it. Like I might stop in and make sure I say hi because I care about the dude, but like I'm not going that extra distance of being able to like watch it and get involved in the game. Where CSGO, like when you pop in and see him headshot somebody and then go kill somebody else and like wait for something or like plant the bomb, that shit is intriguing. And his reactions make you smile and make you want to watch that. So when people start finding him there, it's only going to make him better and make his channel grow. And eventually he'll be on this ESL_CSGO channel as a pro.
I don't know if I could be a pro gamer. That's a lot of hours into one game. Even streaming, for me, I had to really question myself. Do I want to commit like to a game very regularly, like every single stream?
To me, it's about fun.
That's always been a tough thing. Yeah, it's like finding one of the games that I really, really enjoy that much, and I actually could. And I think CS is one of those games where like the potential for me to learn things, and then because it's also about creating content that will last, right? It's not just, oh, I hit live and then I'm live for those few hours and then I stop and then that's it. That's, you know, the best way to grow and get exposure is to like make YouTube videos and stuff, which I've had the pleasure to help Kymeri with as his editor, which has been awesome. But you know, like, so that's another thing too, is to like think about a game where you can grow as just a person growing in that game, and then you can portray that to your viewers and they see that too, and that makes them like more invested because they see you get better over time, and that's kind of neat too.
Yep, I agree.
It's like streaming on Twitch. Consistency wins the race. If you stream, if your stream nights are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you do that every week, on week, year by year, yeah, obviously you take a night off or two. But what I'm saying is you keep that consistent schedule, people will come back because they'll realize, it'll start to pop in their head that, oh shit, Atrax or Kymeri or Nick, like Nick streams on Mondays. You know, I know every Monday Nick is streaming. Like no matter what. Like I don't even have to see his Discord post because I know he's live.
Right.
And consistency wins the race for me because the more you do it, the more I remember.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have a special thing possibly this weekend as well.
Oh, tell us more.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
So,
Nick, this is kind of getting spicy in here. What is happening?
I didn't say it on stream. Only a few people know, but I am possibly going to be streaming a little bit of League of Legends this weekend on Saturday.
Wait a minute.
Well, I said that purely by happenstance.
Yeah. It's a game I really enjoy playing, and I feel like since I made a positive community for PvP and SWTOR, League has definitely got its toxic reputation, but you can definitely play around that and definitely get a nice positive community in there. And I feel like with what we have, it's a very nice foundation for that. And I've already had people ask me, I'm big into the esport. If you guys seen my tweets or like just talking about it on stream before, I'm very big into the LOL esports. So it's kind of just one of those things. I felt like it would be like a really natural thing. And it's, I started testing it out a little bit, and maybe for like an hour in stream on Saturday, I'll do it, or maybe the whole thing. I don't know yet, but it's definitely something I was really looking into, and definitely kind of following in that Atrax footsteps, because I find playing that very fun to me, and it's something that I can lose myself in for hours on end, and it feels like it went by in 5 minutes. So
You know, I think it's just Marcus Kymeri because he talked to both of us about this. I guess
That's true.
It's
That's true.
just
I think
Marcus.
it's the Marcus influence. Can we
It's
get a
the
round of
Marcus.
applause for Marcus, please?
Yeah.
Woo! All right, there we go.
No.
Can you put that in post? Can you put the applause in post?
Oh my God. No, you know,
It's a round of applause from the studio audience.
I want to help people, right? And everybody. I don't care what you do. I want to help. That's just my natural personality, and I'm really, I don't want to sound egotistical because that's not what I'm trying to do here, but like I see through the cracks of what is potential, right? And I think like I see it, and I honestly I didn't know you were big into League of Legends. I've never even played that game.
Yeah.
You know, I know what Dota is, but
It's
I don't.
similar. It's
Yeah,
similar.
yeah. It's a MOBA.
Yep.
But like since you told me that like you played League of Legends before, like what?
I had a KDA mouse pad, like which is like the K-pop group of League, right in front of me.
Yeah, so like that's what I mean. Like I didn't know that, and I think I'm just going to build off of what we were saying earlier. I think if you're going to try a different game, right now is the best time for me. At least
Me
I will
too.
say that, and yourself, because our main game that has been our game for years is in a really, really low point. So why not try something new during this low point? We're not giving up on the game, but we're just trying something new.
And it's crazy because I always said I would never stream anything non-Star Wars. I think Atrax, you would even attest to me saying this. But then I did the Among Us thing with the 12-hour stream that we did. And I had such a good time with that. I was like, that's kind of where my mind started to like unlock a little bit, where I was like, why would I limit myself to this? Like,
And
why
marbles.
limit and marbles? Yeah, and marbles on stream. Why limit to something like this? Like, you can, if you enjoy a game, try it out. You never know. And of course, when we have communities like ours where the people come to watch you instead of maybe the game, I mean, I know there's going to be hype moments when I'm playing League. Like, I'm going to pop off. There's going to be some games where I'm just screaming, like I make a sweet play or something. And Atrax is the same thing with, headshotting people in CSGO. It's just, it's like a hype. It fits my mold pretty well. And I feel like that is where the decision really came from or thought about when, and you said it yourself, like SWTOR is really right now in a downward state at the moment. Maybe it'll change, but who knows? And I'm definitely going to get into 7.0. It's not like I'd ever give up on the game. It's a game I've been playing for 10 freaking years now. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to just throw something away that I love,
Playing something new doesn't mean you're giving up. Just like focusing on one game, it doesn't mean Atrax is giving up. He's trying something to help himself grow, or we're trying something that maybe is going to help our communities grow. Like Nick and I talk about this all the time in our Discord. The Nerds Community Discord has grown so much. It's mind-boggling to me. Like it blows me away every day.
It's humongous. Every time I post like that my stream's going up and I use the @ everybody, it's like more and more people. It's really cool.
Yes. And that's what I'm saying is it's taking a chance. Like starting a business, you take a chance. Asking a girl out on a date, taking a chance. Flying to the West Coast to be on the worst coast to be able to hang out with two of your friends and an awesome girlfriend, you're taking a chance, right? All of these things are just taking chances. And if you do it and you're like, you know what? It's not for me. There's nothing wrong with that because it takes balls or boobs to try something new. And if you don't try, you'll never succeed. Right?
Yeah.
Hence,
one of my favorite quotes. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Yep, right there.
I was going to quote the same thing.
Yep, right there. I was thinking the same thing, man. That was like three of us. We were all in that same wavelength.
And,
wavelengths. My bad. Wavelengths, according to Marcus, guys.
Wavelengths.
I hate all of you. I'm out of here. I gotta go. No, but seriously, and hence the Destiny thing. Like, I got introduced to Destiny maybe like a year ago, and it didn't click. Right? I liked it, but I played it, and then I walked away from it. Then I started playing it more, and I got back into it, and I'm like, I love Call of Duty. Like back in the day, Nick and I would play Call of Duty from the second I got home from work because he was in school. He would be playing before I got home. We would play from like 6 p.m. until like 10:30 every single night, like nonstop. And what Destiny does is gives me that Call of Duty Halo gameplay, but it also gives me that MMO grind of a game you can invest yourself into, where like Call of Duty has kind of like lost its luster because they come out with a game every year. And it's like, as soon as I feel like I'm truly invested in a Call of Duty, oh, new game's coming out. This game's dead. You know what I mean? So now into Destiny 2, I'm having so much fun. It's crazy. And like I said earlier, I played it for the first time all by myself, and I loved it. And hearing a Destiny community member DM me on Discord that joined our Discord that said it was really nice of them to see somebody smiling and excited about the game because most streamers are just miserable. I'm like, say what? And I'm like, that's my opening to grow here. You know what I mean? And why not give it a shot? Why not?
Let's give it a shot.
But something, actually, shout out to Tabs. Tabs sent me a tweet because, so it's been a really weird month for me in streaming, and I'm not saying this about anybody else. And the channel was growing a lot, and I feel like I'm gonna go a little like Alpha Gaming, the guy on YouTube, a little bit right now, and I'm gonna be like full transparent with everybody because I don't know if it was SWOTOR, and I think it was. Maybe it was New World. Maybe it's a combination of everything happening. But all of a sudden, like you have your core group of your community is there, and then I saw like a standstill of growth, and I didn't know what was happening. I really didn't, and I was upset. I'm like, is it something I'm doing wrong? Like, I'm streaming and like this is what, like, it bothered me. I talked to my friends about this. Like, I think everybody on the show has heard my voice say, like, am I doing something wrong? And it took my 3 other friends that are in this podcast with us to tell me, Marcus, you're not doing anything wrong. Like, this is not you. And I was really upset because I'm like, I felt like, did I not wear deodorant today? That kind of feeling. Or did I not brush my teeth and nobody wants to be standing next to me? And Tab sent a tweet today, and it was from KRNG Burger. And he at Burger, BUH Burger. I don't know who this is. And the quote was, you used to average 100 viewers. Now all I see is 20 to 30. What happened, man? And he wrote, I do my best to keep this mindset to be grateful. If you're a streamer experiencing something like this, you're not alone. And here it is. What's in my control? Content, adapt, and approve. What's not? Viewer counts. And it fucking hit home. Like, I'm putting this all out there for me because I appreciate every fucking one of you in the nerds community standing by me and Nick and Atrax and Kymeri, no matter what. Like, thank you, because you all make it happen, not numbers.
Well said.
And I mean, from another perspective, I'm in that same boat. You know, we were averaging 45, 50 a few months back, and it definitely dipped down. Once you go look at some of the numbers and all that stuff, you can see there's a slight drop down, and it's possibly because of the game that we're playing. But it's good to see these types of tweets because this is someone, you know, not from the SWOTOR community, right? And it's across Twitch. It's not just us, you know, and that's something that it's hard to keep in your mind, and you're like, okay, but if you still have that constant group of people that are surrounding you in your streams, almost every stream, and you have that community That's what you focus on, those people, because it's not worth focusing on the ones who aren't there. Focus on the ones who are. Make them feel as special as possible, because you guys, you know that they're the real ones.
Yeah. I'm this one hit home hard because I love the community so much. And when little things like that happen, you start to like think about like, oh my God, what is happening? Did I do something wrong? And you didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
I don't know.
exactly. Yeah. You start thinking like, is it me? What did I do wrong? Like that's human nature, right? Like something happens and you're like, oh, it must have been me, right?
Yeah, or you wonder if your standard has dipped too. Like, oh, have I just gotten lazy and now I don't produce the same quality, and that's why people leave? You know, like you definitely wonder that.
Right? No, I'm with you 100%. But I freaking love you guys.
No, we love you, bro.
Love you
We
right
love
back,
you too,
man.
Nick. We love you too, Nick. Don't worry.
So Nick, did you
I
see
wasn't jealous.
Nick, did you see that
Thank
we
you,
had
bro.
a bunch of movie trailers that came out?
I sure did. So let me start with
Wow.
He just
What?
perked up so fast. He's like, oh yeah, me. It's my turn.
well, I'm like, okay, well, my viewers are always low, so I don't really have a whole
Aw.
lot
Yeah,
to
but
talk
see,
about
Nick.
here.
Yeah, but no. But Nick, you know what's fucking awesome about you is you're wearing fucking sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt, and you have the most fucking ridiculous, yes, fucking ridiculous, like mustache and beard going at the same time. It's
Yes.
absolutely
Button
ridiculous.
open. Button
Oh, yeah.
open too.
Oh yeah, it's all
yeah,
chest
yeah,
hair all the
but
time.
bits.
All chest
Yeah,
hair.
no. It starts off with like 2 extra bits open, but everybody in the chat, if they give bits, they make him unbutton one more button. He's like a fucking
That's
male whore.
Wait,
To it.
is
He's
it
a man whore.
Is it called Bits for Buttons?
Oh my God.
Yes.
We need to make that fucking emote.
Bits
Oh
for
my
buttons.
God. Bits for buttons. Oh my God. That is, I'm going to contact my guy on fucking Fiverr right
That's
now.
fantastic.
Bits
for buttons.
I love that. Yeah, I try to keep it tropical, you know, Hawaiian shirt, unbuttoned, sunglasses, a ridiculous mustache I'm growing out for Halloween. Oh, I forgot to mention that in my segment. So while we're on my stream, next week's stream, so next Monday, the October 25th, I'm going to be in full Halloween costume.
What?
I'll be
Wait, I didn't know about this.
Let's
oh
go.
yes. You'll hear it here first. A full Halloween costume. I'm going to be a lion tamer and or safari guy.
Oh my God.
I'll be basically dressed like Nigel Thornberry, complete with curled up mustache. It's going to be ridiculous.
Let's go. I'm
See,
ready.
how come as soon as I thought Lion Tamer, I was thinking the Lion King, Lion Guy. What was that show?
Was the Boomafoo?
No, on Netflix.
Oh, on Netflix. Tiger King.
Tiger
Yeah,
King.
that's all I
Yes.
can think about you being is the Tiger
I almost
King.
said Tiger Man, and I was like, wait a minute.
I almost
Tiger
said Paper
Man.
Tiger.
No. So anyways, about these movie trailers, we got a few cool ones.
Wait a minute. You can't just skip over that you're dressing up as a lion tamer. Do you have dude? You should
Safari
get
hat.
dude,
I got
you should
like
totally
gold
get
round glasses.
a fucking stuffed animal tiger and like Velcro it to your shirt and
Oh
have
my
it be on your
God.
shoulder and just while you're playing, just pet it.
Or or tape it to my chair or something.
Oh my God.
Or have it around your ankle and then do like fake blood like it bit you.
Yeah, but I can't show that on stream unless I stick
Oh,
my
that's
ankle up.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Ah, dang it, get off.
Oh, just periodically like,
Oh my God.
damn it, Simba.
Simba.
Stuck to my foot.
Oh my God. Simba.
So anywho, movie trailers. Are we ready for this?
Yeah.
I'll go from like, in my opinion, least interesting to most interesting. So the first one, I would not that they're any of them are not interesting, but you know what I'm trying to say. So the Uncharted movie trailer came out, I think today actually, starring Tom Holland as I forgot his first name, but Drake and
Nathan.
Nathan Drake. Thank you.
Nathan.
And Mark Wahlberg is also in it. I'm not sure.
Mac.
I think he's playing some kind of like mentor to
Mac.
Nathan Drake, but
It's Mac.
I Have you guys played the Uncharted games? Because I have not.
Yeah, they're
I've
pretty good.
played bits of them.
It
Like,
came out on the PlayStation 2, right? Or no, PlayStation 3.
Like,
three-
All of them.
yeah, all of
2,
them.
3, and 4.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Yep.
Oh yeah, so I played it on 2.
Right. So I think they're on Uncharted 4 or 5 or 6 or something. But
I think 4 was the most. Or no, they did like 4, and then I think they released another one that was called like The Lost Chapters or something like that. It wasn't an official 5.
yeah, it was like the same engine as 4, but more content sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. It looked interesting. I think it was like kind of weirdly. Did you guys watch the trailer or no?
I did
Yeah.
not yet.
If you like the Uncharted games, I'd imagine you'd get a lot more out of it than I did. It seemed to be a lot of like Tom Holland's character just climbing up things as they fall out of an airplane. It was like 5 shots of like him crawling up different objects as they fall out of the back of a cargo plane. I don't know if that's like
basically that's basically the game. Yeah.
okay.
It's like the Tomb Raider. It's just another Tomb Raider in my mind. But
It's-
I think the story is a little bit more defined than in Tomb Raider.
Gotcha. It seems interesting. I don't expect a whole lot of cool plot from it, but it'll be a fun action movie. I'll definitely see it. You know.
Okay. Did I tell you guys about my sneaker journey? Oh my god, I'm
Your
so sorry.
sneaker journey? Where is this
Okay.
coming from?
Oh my god. So I'm on fucking Instagram, all right? And I'm popping through, and you know how they have like the ads on it,
Yeah.
right? And it's this
Yeah.
pair of Adidas. They're like these ridiculous special edition Adidas. And they're camo. And I'm like, I fucking want these shoes. They're so legit, right? So I click on it. Of course, they don't have my size. So I fucking forget about it. And the next day, it pops up again. I click on it, and it's got like a size off of mine now. And I'm like, huh. Are they just holding out on me to keep me clicking on this fucking website? So I've been clicking on this fucking same pair of shoes for like 2 months. And yesterday morning when I was taking my morning poop and I was scrolling through, bam, there's the shoes. I clicked on it. Bam, size 12. Bam, purchased. And they
Bam.
came in.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm so
Sidebar.
excited. Yeah. So they come in and they're so dope, right? Except the tongues on the shoes are the most ridiculous tongues I've ever seen in my life. Like ever. And I don't know if I can
How
wear
can
'em.
shoe tongues be ridiculous?
Like,
what
dude,
are you
these
talking about?
wait until you come over. I won't even wear them until you come over, or if you do, I don't know.
Just
and-
send me a photo.
Oh, I will. I'll send
There you
a
go.
photo. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. But this tongue like comes up like half my like like to my ankle. It's the weirdest fucking thing ever. And I'm being
Are you sure you're not
That
supposed
is
to tuck it
interesting.
over?
Why would I ever tuck a thing over? Because they're Adidas and they're like soccer shoes.
Yeah, I guess.
But I'm not gonna tuck it over.
Yeah,
That
are they
seems-
high tops?
No, lows. Like
Oh.
you remember the triple stripes, like the OGs. It's like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they.
All right, well,
here,
I'll
send
need photographic evidence. But meanwhile, back at the ranch,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I wanted to do a quick question on because we're talking about the Uncharted movie. How do you fellas feel about movies being adaptations of games? Or I guess I should say them making movies out of games.
they're usually crappy, so I don't love them.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, they don't really have a great track record, right?
Well, and I just mean like I can't think of how you would make it a good movie because games have now, especially now, have gotten to the point where they're basically movies. Like the cinematics in them and the visual effects is so good
right?
that it's practically a movie on its own. So I wonder like how do you think this movie will do because of that reason?
Well,
Because it looked pretty close to Uncharted 4 to me and I was like I'm watching a trailer for Uncharted 4.
so I actually, I like the idea of movie, game movies, right? Like video game movies. I like it. I just think it takes them too long. So like this movie, in my opinion, should have came out 5 or 6 years ago, right? Just like if they made a Halo movie, which they should have, that should have come out in like 2009. You know what I mean? At the
Yeah.
height of its popularity, like the last Uncharted game was what? How many years ago now? So for me, it's just like meh. It's past its prime. Like the World of Warcraft movie, past its prime. Like I just feel like if the video game movies came out in the right, like in the peak of the like the excitedness, or even like a year or two later, I feel like it would be better. But like right now, I'm so disconnected to Uncharted. Like I'm gonna see it and go, it was okay. It was an action movie, right? It was like what Nick and I were talking about with the Winter Soldier and Falcon. It was just another action movie. That's all it was.
Gotcha.
Right.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
That's how I feel as well. Particularly because like I'm not connected to Uncharted, you know? So I think a lot of people going to see it will just kind of be like, meh, yeah, whatever, another action movie. You know? Although I will say I have higher hopes for it than I did the Mortal Kombat movie, because that was really just fan service.
But it was awesome. That's all you
well,
need.
it was awesome.
Yeah, the
because
visual
like,
effects look pretty
Right.
good.
You don't
Yeah.
need you when we sat down to watch Mortal Kombat, Nick, we had zero expectation of the quality of acting.
That's true.
You know what I mean? We were expecting
Yeah.
them to get over here, uppercut. Kano's going to rip out the heart and take a bite out of it. You know what I mean? But that's what we wanted as adults to see, because that's all Mortal Kombat is. There's not like, yeah, there's a cool story, but at the end of the day, it's about fatalities and fighting.
Yep.
Now, if they made and that's the difference between like a Star Wars or a Marvel video game, or compared to the movies, people expect Star Wars or Marvel to be quality movies and then good games. But look at like the Avengers video game, that game flopped.
Yeah.
Supposedly it was awesome. I didn't play it.
Right.
But supposedly the game was awesome. I mean, my son watches it on the TV of gameplay of it.
Oh, wait. Speaking of good games that are like comic book adaptations, the Batman Arkham games are awesome. Like
Yes,
Arkham
they are.
Asylum and Arkham.
Oh yeah, those are good. Yeah, those are real
Arkham
good.
Knight personally was kind of meh because I didn't like all the car driving stuff, but the combat was still awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically the same style as the Middle Earth games, like Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor.
Which one was
Yeah.
the first one? Arkham Asylum?
Yeah.
That was the first one?
And then Arkham City.
So that game came out in 2009. You feel old?
No.
That's when I graduated high school.
2009?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Damn. I'm
Kymeri's
old.
4 years
Dang,
older
that-
than me.
I'm fucking old as fuck.
Dude, that's 7. Yeah, that's 7 years before me. What?
Yeah, I'm
so
yeah.
old.
Ancient man over here. No, I'm just kidding.
I am an ancient fucking man. Oh my god.
That's why they invited me on the show.
They did a fourth one, right? Didn't they do Arkham Origins too?
Yep.
And that was like not well received or something.
It was okay. It just
Yeah.
it's
They didn't
hard
have
to follow Arkham Knight or Arkham City and all that.
right. Well, my reason for bringing up Batman is because we got a new trailer for the Batman, which looks if you haven't seen it, it looks really dark and really gritty, and looks like Batman's not a good guy.
And it's the Riddler.
And it's the Riddler as the main character, but also Catwoman's in it, and some other bad guy is in it too. Few bad
well,
people.
Catwoman was always in the Riddler series in the comic books. Like Catwoman was always like around. Well, it looks like there's like the Joker gang. Who's the Batman now?
This is Batman being played by Robert Pattinson,
Who's Robert Pattinson?
the dude from Twilight.
guy.
Twilight.
But he's also good in The Lighthouse. If you've
I
seen,
think he
if you're
looks
a
pretty
movie
good as
person.
Batman. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think it looks pretty promising. Like
It
I've
does.
heard that he's a good actor. Like he
He's a
actually
really good
is a
actor.
good one.
Yeah,
I'm
Oh,
very
he's actually
excited to
really
see
good.
this.
I'm just pumped because this movie looks so dark and so gory, and the cinematographer who did this movie is the same cinematographer that did Rogue One. And there's a scene at the end of the trailer where Batman's like, first of all, his armor is bulletproof in this, So he's getting absolutely lit up in like a dark hallway, and the only light that you get in the hallway is from the gun flashes, and it looks just like the hallway scene in the end of Rogue One with Vader and his lightsaber.
Oh,
I'm watching
It's like
it now.
Batman walking down the hallway and just
Oh, yeah.
fucking up all these guys that are shooting at him, and none of the bullets are doing anything to him. Oh, Penguin's in it too.
Who plays Penguin? Do you know?
Colin Farrell, but he looks nothing like it.
Interesting.
Colin Farrell looks nothing like himself. It looks really cool, and it's raining constantly. So, like, I guess minor spoilers, but it's just a theory. So, I was watching the new Rockstars breakdown in the Joker-y makeup-looking kids that you see on like the subway train. And you should watch the new Rockstars video because he breaks it down way better than I'm about to. But the long story short is he thinks that like those are just innocent kids that are out and about for Halloween and all have the same mask on and are just riding the subway, and Batman beats the ever-loving shit out of them and becomes a bad guy. Like, Batman seems completely not mentally stable in this. And he like electrocutes the shit out of one of them.
Well,
And I think he's like not a good person. And it looks really cool. Like, I don't want Batman to be a bad guy, but that's a really interesting storyline.
well, why not?
You know?
Why shouldn't he be a bad guy?
Yeah. I guess the director was saying like
and I
this is year 2 Batman. Like, he's still figuring himself out.
Right.
it's going to be a long 6 months, though.
Yep.
Wait,
Yeah.
6 months? Yeah, 5 months, 6 months, something like that. Yeah, it's gonna
March
be,
2022.
Yeah, it's
But you
gonna
know-
be.
I bet it'll go by in a flash.
Ha!
Yeah, I see what you did there.
I don't know.
Speaking of the Flash.
well,
No, go ahead.
yeah, the thing for me with Batman is I feel like after The Dark Knight, it's really hard for me to ever like get past that because it was so good. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like Michael oh my god, Keaton.
Michael
Michael
Keaton?
Keaton's Batman was like, that's my childhood Batman. But
Well,
like
just wait. I'm going to talk about him in a second. But go ahead.
But the Dark Knight Batman, like in Heath Ledger, that was the best Batman I've ever seen.
Agreed. Yeah.
And for me, it's hard for me to let go of that no matter what. You know what I mean?
I get it. But thankfully, I think that's coming back. So I want to talk about the Flash trailer. So this is what I think is the most exciting. It's not really a trailer. They're calling it just like a sneak peek. But have you guys watched this yet?
I'm watching
I
it now.
did not.
I have not.
Okay, let's pause and come back when we've all watched it.
Okay.
And we're back. So everybody, are we all back? Are we all caught up?
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Marcus, you finish it?
Yeah.
Okay, so a few things. So this movie is based on the Flashpoint comic series or comic book, which kicks off the New 52. So basically with that comic, and this is the same plot of Barry Allen in the Flash TV show on the CW network. I don't know if you're familiar with that at all.
I never watched it.
So the short version is Barry's dad's in jail for the murder of his mom, right? And that's the same is true for this Barry. So what happened is this character from the future, let me back up a little. Barry eventually becomes so fast that he can travel backwards in time. And he's able to run on this cosmic treadmill so fast that he can go backwards in time. And he goes back in time to the moment when his mom died to try and prevent it. Because his mom mysteriously dies in front of him. This yellow flash happens in their living room. The mom's dead. And the dad gets put in jail for the murder, and that screws up Barry's life. So he goes back in time and realizes that it was this other speedster from the future called the Reverse Flash, Ichabod Thawne or something like that. I forgot his name. And he was trying to kill Barry when he was a little kid and accidentally kills the mom. And that sets off this whole time jumping scenario where now Barry created all these different universes. Because when in the Flashpoint comic, when he goes back to the future, it's a totally different timeline where instead of Bruce Wayne's parents dying, Bruce Wayne dies and the mom dies, and Thomas Wayne, the dad, becomes Batman. And it's wicked cool. So in this trailer, we see Barry's obviously going back in time, and I think he's got a funky suit on, like with all like the Tron looking stuff on it. But you hear Michael Keaton is doing the narration for the whole thing. And when you see the Batman ears and helmet in the cave, that's the Michael Keaton Batman. So I think he goes back in time or comes forward back in time or something. There's timey things happening. Towards the end of that trailer, you see the Michael Keaton Batman. You have the Michael Keaton narration over the whole thing. And then you see the two Barrys, the one with long hair and one with short hair. And then that's Supergirl as the other person there. So I think this is the way for DC to say, hey, we have an expanded universe too. And that sort of ties all their different movies together as a way to explain that. Like you've got Ben Affleck Batman and Michael Keaton Batman and maybe even the Christopher Nolan movies like the Dark Knight series and stuff.
Huh.
But it's
Very interesting.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. I'm not a huge DC person, but the Flash is my favorite DC character, so I thought this was pretty awesome.
That's Runes as well. I just sent her the link to see if she saw it yet, because that'll be something she's gonna get hyped about. She literally has a Flash wallet, like.
Yeah, the Flash. When I don't know if you guys know this, but Marcus's wedding party all had different superhero T-shirts underneath their suits. So like one of our photos, we had like we pulled the chest apart. Mine was the Flash.
That's neat. I didn't know that.
That's cool.
I will.
Marcus didn't tell me that stuff.
I'll
That's
send
awesome.
you. I'll send you a
The photo.
picture. It was fucking awesome. And one of my buddies, Rick G, he's like the biggest human being alive. He was the Hulk. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he is. He's like sick. He makes me look absolutely tiny.
Yeah, he's like 6'5", 450.
Not 450, but definitely 3 and change for sure.
Dude, he's like 4.
He's humongous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His fucking
But,
hands are the size of my face.
it's true. He's just an enormous human being.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's all. I just want to chat about those movies because I think the Flash trailer was what I was super stoked about. And once again, definitely go to New Rockstars because and check out their breakdown of the trailer because they do way more details than I just did. I guess like the suits are all different for the Flashes, and one of the suits looks like it's a painted Batman suit from like the Michael Keaton Batman. Like one of the versions of Barry is just wearing a Batman suit and not like a Flash suit like a Batman suit that he painted red and spray painted a yellow lightning bolt on the front of.
Interesting.
Which is just super cool. It's interesting.
Well, I'm glad DC is stepping up their game. I'm glad for that. And I hope, honestly, that DC goes a little darker because honestly, like Disney, they have their moments, but like Disney's still Disney and they want to appeal to everybody. So if DC goes a little dark, it'll give us a little variety.
Did you see the latest Suicide Squad movie?
No.
Like the most recent kind of revamp that they did?
No.
I thought it was actually pretty good.
That's what I heard. It was actually pretty good. I just never got around to watching it.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. I'd say go check it out.
Yeah, when I went to go visit Rune, we watched that. It was hype. It was super cool. I hadn't seen it yet. I was like, let's watch it, and so we ended up watching. So it was pretty cool.
With tater tots, yeah,
with tater tots.
I saw John Cena's character is like getting their own spin-off, I think, like their own movie.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I think
so.
That's like recently announced or something.
I don't know.
But
go check out the movie though. If you like his character, you'll definitely like the movie.
Sounds good.
All right. This has been awesome. Kymeri, Atrax, tell everybody where they can find you.
Twitch.tv/the Kymeri.
And also youtube.com. If you go over to if you search Kymeri, that's where you'll find Kymeri's videos edited by me, and you can find me at twitch.tv/A_Atrax.
Atrax.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, guys. You guys are both awesome. Some
Thanks
best
for
friends
having us.
of the nerds community, and you're welcome back absolutely anytime.
Thank you for having us, guys.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.